Welcome to YYC Business Speed Dating with Magic Mike. Book your free business video spotlight at YYCBusinessSpeedDating.com.
Welcome to Season 1, Episode 13. My guest today is Pietro Di Zanno from Di Zanno and Associates.
Okay, we're live, but we're not live streaming. This is recorded, so. Hi, my name is Michael Duffy, author of Brand Sharks, Unstoppable Strategies for Business Leaders. I'm also producer of MoopleEntertainment.com's technology show, Don't Get Hacked, Call Me for Help, and founder of Calgary cybersecurity startup, DontGetHacked.ca. Welcome to YYC Business Speed Dating with Magic Mike. That's me. My guest today on Business Speed Date is fellow Calgarian Pietro Di Zanno. Did I say that correct?
Yes, you did.
Perfect. Pietro, look at the camera and explain exactly what you do, or what type of consulting do you do?
Well, I'm a consultant in the new energy transition area. So I help companies, whoever they are, small or large, and in between, understand the energy transition and how they should go forward, whether they need hydrogen, whether they need to recover CO2, whether they need to be more efficient in their processes, and how they need to apply technologies to solve their issues.
Okay, that's a very interesting. So do you have an ideal client type? Like what type of businesses is it? Like what size? Are there certain locations?
Well, my client base has been quite varied. I've had very small companies, startups who just need some, just detailed experience that I've had over the years. And I've had very large companies give me a call and for very specific questions or very specific projects. And I've had engineering companies.
Okay.
I've had project developers who've tried to develop projects in the $100 million range or even in the $1 billion range. So I have many types of customers.
Well,
I don't limit myself.
So well diversified.
Yes.
That's perfect. Okay. What's a favorite part of your job?
Oh, I think there's two parts of my job. Actually, when I get to sign a contract with someone, because we've come to an agreement that hopefully will help each other, and the end of it, and the end of the project when we've contributed and when we've, we're both happy with the result.
Okay.
Those are the two best parts.
The two best parts. Okay, perfect. And are you limited to any service area like Calgary, Alberta? Or are you consulting worldwide?
Actually, my consultancy is worldwide. I'm based out of Calgary. I'm based in Canada, but my customers have been in France and Germany, all over Canada. I have customers in the US, but most of them are in Alberta.
Okay.
Because I live here and people know me here.
Okay, perfect. And how long have you been doing this?
Since my birthday in 2018. So
Okay.
May 11, 2018, I started my company, my consultancy, and I've not looked back. So that's what, 5 years about?
Yeah. Right. Perfect. So you've been, and how long, like, have you been before 2018? Were you in the same industry or?
Actually, no. If you can look up my LinkedIn page if you want, but I will work 10 years at Shell. Both in Montreal and in The Hague.
Okay.
As a process engineer and as a operations engineer. Then I was, I guess I could say, poached by a company called Air Liquide. And there I worked going from a very technical position to a contracts, commercial, marketing type position. And so that brought me a lot of breadth. And I worked for them for 25 years in Montreal, London, Ontario, Calgary, Paris, Frankfurt, and back to Calgary. So, spent almost 15 years in Europe.
Oh, wow. Okay. Perfect. So in your profession, is there any paperwork left or is it all electronic?
Well, reports are done electronically. Okay. Usually they want reports. I don't use spreadsheets as much as people want me to. I still am a paper calculator type guy.
Okay,
That's the
okay,
school I
that's
come
why I'm
from.
trying to-
I'm a bit older than maybe that I look, but I still do my stuff on paper.
Okay.
No, in terms of prospecting, I do it through reputation. I do it through phone calls. People have asked me if I use websites or whatever. I do have a website, but that's more to provide information as opposed to prospecting. Most of my prospecting, most of my work is done in person because my consultancy is high level.
Okay.
My consultancy is not a commodity,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very specialized. So everything is done person to person.
Okay, perfect. Do you run into technology issues from time to time?
Yes, I've run into some IT issues that I have to say.
Okay.
My computer right here sometimes, tilts as a pinball game, so it can tilt every once in a while. But I have a service that helps me, in general, helps me get rid of it.
Okay.
Get rid of the problems that I have.
Well, that's the next question. Like, when it comes to fixing technology, do you ever try to do it yourself fixes, or you just have somebody else you call and they take care of everything?
I think I'm quite literate. I can do most of it, but then when it gets into some hardware issues, I need people to help me.
Okay.
If it gets into hacking or that kind of stuff, then I really need to get professional help. So,
Okay.
but at the moment, I've been lucky enough not to have that problem. Not to have that problem.
Okay.
But I do protect myself with VPNs and software. So
Then you got your backups covered and all
I
that
have
stuff.
a grandfather, a father, and a son. Backups.
3. Okay, perfect. That's what my job is, right? Making sure you got backups and making sure you know how to recover your business in case anything happens.
Everything I own is in my head, but everything I've done is also on my computer and on my hard drives. I can't allow that to be hacked or lost.
Exactly. It's all that. Yes, definitely. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me on YYC Business Speed Dating today. Is there any final remarks about your business, or if anybody's interested in your consulting services, because this will be, when it does air, how would people contact you? Website best or LinkedIn
My website
best?
is www.dz-ai.ca.
All right.
And I can be reached at 403-829-7855. I'm also on LinkedIn, so I've got many ways that you can reach me.
Perfect.
Last thing I'd like to say is this is in the growing industry. There's a lot of misunderstanding of the use of hydrogen and the use of energy in the most clean way possible.
Okay.
So there are many people out there that say they understand things, but I'd like to say that with my 35 years of experience, I can definitely help people at least understand where they should be.
Okay. Because I've heard people talk about hydrogen, but not being in the industry, I'm not sure what you're referencing, right? So, But of course, I'm not in that world, but I'm sure there's other people, that's why I like to connect people together. So
there's the interconnectivity of concepts, of technologies and business models and commercial issues. When you have to put all of those things together, you have to deal with the micro issues and the macro issues of a project so that they can be viable. And that's how I help people.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for being a guest today.
You're very welcome.
All right. So I just hit enter.
Thank you for watching Season 1, Episode 13 of Business Speed Dating with MagicMike.com. Today's guest was Pietro Di Zanno. Please go look at his website for more information on the type of consulting services he offers.